Have you ever stopped and asked yourself this question? If everything I believe becomes my reality, then is God even real? At first, it sounds like a dangerous thought, a blasphemous one maybe, but it's actually one of the most sacred questions a human being can ask. This isn't about rejecting God, it's about understanding the true nature of creation and how your consciousness plays a central role in shaping the world around you. Because if we accept the idea that belief has the power to mold matter, to shape outcomes, to call things into form, then we must also consider what that says about divinity itself. You see, belief isn't passive. It isn't a quiet wish made in the dark. Belief is a force. It's an energy. It's the unseen frequency that connects your internal world to the external one. And when that belief is strong, when it's aligned, focused, and embodied, it becomes manifestation. Now here's the twist. If belief alone can cause things to appear, opportunities to open, healing to occur, or signs to unfold, then who or what is responding to that belief? The mind immediately wants to say God is. But if God is something outside of you, then how is it that you are the one initiating the process? This leads to the most ancient realization in spiritual thought. God is not separate from you. God is not just a being in the clouds, watching from a throne. God is the spark of creation within you, the divine intelligence you activate every time you think, feel, imagine, and believe. In Hermeticism, they say, as within, so without. This is not just a poetic phrase. It's a blueprint for how reality is formed. Everything external is a mirror of what's happening internally. The universe responds not to what you say out loud, but to the energy of what you are. So when you believe in something, whether consciously or unconsciously, you are sending out a frequency that begins to shape the physical world around you, not metaphorically, literally. But here's where it gets even more profound. If your belief determines your reality, and you are the one choosing what to believe, then that means you are tapping into the divine creative field every single moment of your life. You're not a bystander in a universe ruled by a distant God. You're an extension of the Creator experiencing itself. And so, the question, is God real, becomes a matter of perception. God as an old man in the sky? Maybe not. God as an all-seeing judge watching your every move? Likely not. But God as the infinite intelligence behind the scenes within you, responding to the state of your being, reflecting back your inner world into the outer world? Absolutely. In Gnostic traditions, this idea was considered sacred knowledge. They believed the divine spark lives in every soul, buried under layers of illusion, ego, and programming. And that spiritual awakening wasn't about finding God, but remembering that you were never separate from that source in the first place. This is why some people who understand manifestation stop praying to God and start praying as God. Not out of arrogance, but out of alignment. They no longer see themselves as helpless beings begging for miracles. They realize they are the miracle because they carry the breath of the divine within their very being. Let's take it even deeper. Why is it that two people can live in the exact same circumstances, yet one thrives while the other struggles endlessly? The difference isn't just luck, it's belief, it's identity. It's the inner story each one tells themselves about what they are capable of and what life is supposed to be. When you start to believe you're lucky, more luck seems to show up. When you believe you're always getting better, life starts to reflect that truth. And when you believe you're connected to a divine force that guides, protects, and empowers you, your world changes. Now ask yourself again, if all of that happens just through belief, then isn't belief itself sacred? Maybe God is not found through temples or rituals alone, but through the quiet power of your imagination, through your emotions, through your willingness to trust the invisible. Maybe God isn't waiting for you to prove yourself, but waiting for you to see yourself. Because when you understand that your beliefs manifest, you're not becoming more powerful than God. You're remembering that your power comes from God, or more accurately, from your own divine nature. This is why so many ancient mystics taught that the path to God is inward, not up into the clouds, inward, into silence, into stillness, into self-awareness. That's where the veil begins to lift. That's when you start to notice synchronicities, feel divine timing, and intuitively know things that logic could never explain. God is real. but not always in the way religion painted it. God is real in the way your breath rises and falls without you thinking, in the way your body heals a cut without asking your permission, in the way your thoughts create your tomorrow and your emotions create momentum. God is the source consciousness flowing through you. You are not just a human being having a spiritual experience. You are a spiritual force temporarily having a human experience. So yes, everything you believe becomes real. But that doesn't mean God isn't. It means you and God are not separate. You are a drop of the ocean, still made of the ocean. When you believe, you're not doing magic, you're doing what you were always meant to do, create. The moment you stop outsourcing your power, the moment you stop waiting for signs and start becoming the sign, you unlock the truth. God is consciousness, and you are consciousness aware of itself.